My name is Stacey Marquis, and I want to talk about the time that I almost died. So, I work for a sea turtle conservation organization, and I work as a grant writer. So, part of my job is to know about all of our different programs that we have in Florida and in the Caribbean. And we have a program in Panama, specifically on the Caribbean side of Panama in Sarapta Beach, where we monitor and do research on leatherback sea turtles there. So I traveled there in 2017 to just experience it for myself and to learn about the program. And that was where I almost died. So basically, what happened was during the day, we had a lot of free time to ourselves. We stayed at our research station there. We spent the day kind of playing cards, reading books, drinking coffee. There are no modern conveniences at the station. There's no Wi-Fi, there's no running water, there's no refrigeration. You're literally out just in the middle of nowhere trying to entertain yourself. So at night, that's when all of the real work happened. So as soon as it got dark, we all gathered together. We put on our dark clothing, our long sleeve shirts and our long pants and our backpacks full of snacks and water and our cameras and all of our equipment. And we set off on the beach to find leatherback sea turtles. And basically, what our research assistants do is they wait for nesting sea turtles to come up on the beach and start laying eggs. And once they do that, they take all of this different data on the turtles that are nesting. So they measure them, they count the eggs that they're dropping, they see if they're tagged and do all of that. So we were accompanying them on that. And we were also looking to tag them with satellite transmitters. So we're walking on the beach. It's miles and miles and miles of beach. It's a black sand beach. They're right near a river mouth, so there's all kinds of obstacles on the beach. You've got super big logs. Sometimes there's plastic debris. We found a dryer that we had to avoid on the beach. So in the pitch black, you're walking on sand, you're trying to avoid logs. It's definitely an obstacle course. So as we're walking, we encounter our first leatherback. And it is incredible. The first time I've ever seen anything like that. She was multiple feet long, probably 4 or 5 feet long. Their shells are black. They don't have a hard shell. They have a soft shell. And their whole body is dotted with little white dots. So it almost looks like a constellation on their back. And they make the craziest noises, almost like dinosaurs when they're laying eggs. It's just this very guttural, just the closest thing to a dinosaur you could ever imagine. It was incredible. And we ended up encountering 3 leatherbacks that night. And as we're encountering each leatherback and putting satellite transmitters on them, the weather is getting worse. We're starting to see lightning getting closer and closer to us. We're starting to hear thunder, and it starts raining. And Florida is known for its rainstorms, but the rain in Panama and in the tropics is on a totally other level. It just pelts you. It's horizontal, it's going under your glasses, it's just insane. So basically, we got to the point where we realized, okay, we need to get back to the research station. We're really far away. We need to make it back before it gets worse. So as we're walking pretty quickly back in the pitch dark with these obstacles and all of our gear, the lightning gets really close. And I start to realize that it's possible that I might die. I might get struck by lightning. And people probably won't know about it for a while. There's no cell service, there's no internet, as I said. So I was really confronted with that idea that I could die. And I realized that, being stripped of all of our comforts that we have here, we've got Wi-Fi, we've got access to medical care whenever we need it. All of that is really just an illusion. And when you really boil down what we are, it's us and our mortality. Every day. That's all it really is. And I was confronted with that on that beach. So as I'm having all these thoughts, all of a sudden, all I see is white. And I cannot see anything. And instinctively, I grab the closest person next to me, who is actually my boss, our executive director. And, I'm talking to him like, can you see? And he can't see either. And it took about 30 seconds for us to finally be able to see. And we realized that lightning had struck the beach. I don't know how far away, but it was pretty close to us. And somehow we ended up making it to the research station. My heart was just pounding the entire night. And as soon as I made it back into my dorm, I just stripped off my wet clothes and put them in a bag. And I think I threw them away after and just put on dry clothes and just sat huddled in that little dorm mattress, just hearing the rain just pelt the research station all night, all the way into the morning. And it really showed me that we are not the ones in control here. There are other forces that are controlling everything that we do. No matter what kind of comforts we use to soften that blow, that's definitely what that trip taught me, is that it really is just us and our eventual mortality. And I also learned to be okay with walking in the rain, because before I went on that trip, I hated walking in the rain, and now I realize it's fine now.